Hey, Cypher here. So today I'm going to talk about the Sazerac and how it has an importance to the history of cocktails. So the Sazerac has a long history, starting in New Orleans in the 18th century. It also is kind of the origination of the word cocktail. So while I'm talking about it, I figured I would make one for you guys and show you how it's made now and talk about the history of it. So it begins with a little-known French peddler by the name of Pachard in New Orleans around the turn of the 19th century, basically 1790s. He came up with what is now called Pachard bitters. In order to sell his bitters, he would mix it with brandy and sell it to people as that and get the brand name going. This wasn't the Sazerac yet, but he would use what is called a cockatier, a cup that was an egg-shaped cup for mixing, much like these, but it was egg-shaped. And that's actually where we get the word cocktail, is from the cockatier, which he would use. After it had been mixed with brandy for years and years and years, it was becoming popular in New Orleans, and there was an importer from the Sazerac region of France of a brandy that they would mix these Pachard bitters with. And that's actually where we get the name Sazerac from. But this is 19th century America, and brandy was becoming harder and harder to get a hold of, especially during the War of 1812. Eventually, it went to the most popular drink that was available at the time, rye whiskey. And so it took on special significance that way. And over the years, the recipe became more and more involved, and we got to what we have today. So, how you make a Sazerac today is you start off with 2 glasses, one filled with ice, one without. You take that 1 glass with ice and take a little bit of absinthe, and just a little tiny bit of absinthe, and put it inside that glass. Take a stir stick and make sure that it gets all the way around the glass so that the bottom at least is coated with that absinthe. Then, in the other glass, you take a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down, a dab of Pachard bitters, and then a whole bunch of rye whiskey. This you can really do at any amount that you want. I like to drink it hard, so I put a lot. That's not enough. And then you mix it all around. Then you take the ice and you dump it out, leaving only the absinthe in the glass. Then normally you would take a lemon peel and rub it along the edge of the glass, but I don't have a lemon peel, so I have lemon juice instead. And then I'll just dab it on my finger and rub it along the edge of the glass. And then you take the other glass and you pour in the mixture. making sure that, as you can see, there's a bit of sugar left on the bottom. You don't want to take all that extra sugar with it, so you just pour it out steadily, making sure not to get all that sugar down there. Normally you would garnish with that lemon peel, but I obviously do not have that lemon peel. And that's how you make a Sazerac. Now, the Sazerac company that formed out of this drink, it became rather sizable. In fact, it's one of the largest liquor companies in the US still. Even though in my part of the United States, it's kind of hard to get a hold of actual Sazerac rye whiskey. But they own a whole bunch of different brands and have started trying to take over the market. In fact, they own the biggest mixology book in the business. And that means that they kind of define how to make certain mixes. So if you say that you want to have a Manhattan or a Martini, they're the ones who are actually defining what that is. And so they have complete control over how a Sazerac is made. And that's what we have here today. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.